Everybody, welcome to the continued tour of the galaxy. So we are starting today's stream in the Orion-Perseus Conflux. I didn't do a second stream from the Odin's Hold, which would be this sector of the galaxy. I happened to go through there very quickly, so didn't get a chance to do one of those, but I did cover that sector of the galaxy in this little bit here. So we found a few plants on the way through the through Odin's Hold. We got to a fleet carrier. Yeah, so we're going to be starting here. I have a I've targeted a planetary nebula about here. It's not that many jumps away. If we don't find much, we'll probably get there. Anyway, so let's make a start. Right, so yeah, I just scanned that planet. It had bacteria on it, but that was all. Got to reprogram the route. So we're beginning to get away from the centre of the galaxy a bit now. So not quite so many stars as there were before. But yeah, let's go.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, so how many jumps? Oh, it's only 11 jumps till we get to the planetary nebula, which I seem to remember was a nice blue colour.
Fuel scoping. System scan complete. Fuel scoping complete.
Right, so let's see what we have in this system. Nothing at all. So there are no planets in this system, just a star.
Frameshift drive charging.
So I've got a message there. It's probably from my fleet carrier saying it's just spent another
4, 3, 2.
another 100 million on upkeep.
System scan complete. Fuel scoping.
Again, just one body in the system, which will be the main star, so no point in even looking to see what planets are there.
Charging. Fuel scoping. Fuel scoping complete.
Yeah, so we've got a few things in this system, but nothing in the region we're looking for. We are looking for Earth-like worlds, which would be around here, ammonia worlds and water worlds. So systems with those in have a pretty high chance of there being other forms of life in the system.
Frameshift drive charging.
So they're the systems I'm looking for when I'm stopping. If I do find one of those, I will scan the system. I'll then go and map the water world or ammonia world. If there is a terraformable planet in there, I will map that as well, along with any planets that have atmospheres it can land on to see if there's any plant life on there. If it's an Earth-like world, I will map the entire system. And again, land on any planets that have plant life other than bacteria.
Fuel scoping complete.
Again, nothing in this system.
Frameshift drive charging.
That's looking bright. Yellow giant by the looks of it.
Fuel scoping. Fuel scoping complete.
10 bodies.
Warning, temperature critical.
So I'll wait until I cool down a little bit before I have a look. There we go. Oh, that is a water world and another water world. Right, so we know there are 2 water worlds in the system. But yeah, at the moment we don't know where they are or anything else about them. So what we're doing now is we are mapping the system. So these are the water worlds. You can tell that by the pattern of the arrows pointing towards them. When you have 6 arrows in 2 rows, that is a water world. So they are the 2 water worlds, and they're orbiting each other, which is good because that means they're close to each other. So it's not going to take as long to go and discover those. I forgot to check to see if that got any life on it. No life on that one. No life on that one. No life on that one. None on that one. One on there, so I will go and have a look at that and map that. If there's just one, it's probably bacteria, which means I probably won't land on the planet. But I'll go and scan it anyway. I've also found there's a pretty good chance that if it's a planet with bacteria or with any life on it, then it's probably also terraformable. Right, so we've got one missing somewhere. Let's have a look a little bit wider, see if it's... There it is.
System scan.
And no life on that one. Right. So let's see what we've got and what order to do things in. Right, so that's one with biological life on it. That's not terraformable. That's not terraformable. That's the water world. So that is terraformable, so that's a good one. And that one, so they're going to be worth about 3 million each. This one is also a candidate for terraforming, so I'll map that one. That one isn't. And right, so we will go and visit the 2 water worlds, the next one out from the water world, and these 2. So let's start at the closest one. Right, so it's going to takes about a minute to, or less than a minute to do that distance. So we need to get to a point where the planet is about the same size as the arc around it. It should be about there. We don't get too close, because if we get too close, we'll get stuck in the gravity well more when we come to leave it. Right, so this is a 6 probe planet. I've just launched 4 probes in a tetrahedron pattern.
Surface scan by 50%.
That will, because my probes have extended range, that will do most 6 probe planets. Water worlds tend to be 6, 7, or 8. The 8 ones tend to be water giants. Actually, I've seen a 10, a water giant that's a size 10. But I'm not going to scan water giants anymore because they're not really worth very much. Too far, doesn't look too far. Yeah, wasn't too far, just got an all planet selected. Right, so while they're flying around, let's log on to the next planet.
Surface scan by 50%. Surface scan complete.
And off we go. Hello, we are touring the galaxy. I've just found a planetary system with 2 water worlds. This planet we are scanning here is terraformable, so that's why I've stopped here. And the next planet we're going to go to has biological life on it, so I'm going to have a look to see what kind of life that is.
Surface scan by 50%.
As you can see from the name of the stream, we are
Surface
in
scan
the
complete.
inner Orion-Perseus Conflux, which is, if you're an Elite Dangerous player, it's the far side of Colonia. I'll just show you the galaxy map quickly so you can see where we actually are in the galaxy. Right, so Earth is over here. I have just come from Sagittarius A, which is the center of the galaxy, and I've been flying through here to here. We are now heading to a fleet, or we're a couple of jumps away from a planetary nebula, and then we'll be heading to a fleet carrier after that. Right, so that has been scanned. Let's now go and have a look to see what's on this planet here, because this one has biological life on it. I was just in the process of trying to get my avatar to wake up, because it's not recognised my camera, so let's see if I can get that to wake up. Alright, it looks like OBS has stolen the webcam. So I can't actually get the avatar to work. Alright, I might be able to fix that. I have gained movement again. Right, so right, nearly at the planet. Yeah, I turned the things on in the wrong order, and OBS Studio took over control of the webcam, which means animes can't see the webcam, which means the avatar won't work. But everything is working fine again now. Yeah, so it's working. Right, so this planet has biology on it. I suspect it's bacteria. If it's bacteria, I will just move on. If it's anything else, I will go down and scan it. So I've just got to get a little bit closer until the planet is the same size as the orange arc around it. That means we should be close enough to scan it. So shoot 4 probes at it. That's a very blue looking planet for one that doesn't have water on it.
Surface scan by 50%. Surface scan.
Right, so it is just bacteria, so I'm going to ignore that. As we are next to the planet that this planet's orbiting around, we'll just go and scan that as well, because it's close. Right. So we'll see what's on here. I doubt very much we'll find anything.
Surface scan by 50%. Surface scan complete.
Yeah, that's nothing on there that we're interested in. Right, so now we're just going to go on to the next system. We have 6 jumps till we get to the planetary nebula. The last one I went to, I could see from 3 jumps away, so hopefully we'll be able to see it before we actually get there. Right, so now we're refueling.
Fuel scoping.
So to refuel, I try and get the bits of the blue brackets around the screen to hit the green circle that's around the star until we're full. I've just scanned the system while I was doing that as well, so there are 20 bodies in the system. Let's see if there's anything we're interested in. So there's nothing between the Earth-like worlds and the water worlds, which is in this range. so we will just move on.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage. Fuel scoping.
Yep. So refueling again and scanning the system at the same time.
Fuel scoping complete.
31 bodies, so that's quite a lot. Pretty good chance of finding something. Nope, they're all either gas giants or rocky icy bodies. No, nothing with water or ammonia in it.
Frameshift drive charging.
Right, so I imagine we'll probably be able to see a small haze, which will be the planetary nebula that we're aiming towards when we get to the next jump.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage. Fuel scoping.
So we are just pointing towards the next star now. I can't see a nebula there, or at least nothing's obvious.
Frameshift drive charging.
So how many jumps? 3 jumps. So pretty sure we'll be able to see something on the next jump.
Four, three, two, one. Engage. Fuel scoping. Fuel scoping complete.
18 bodies in this system. Nothing interesting. And still no sign. Oh, that could be it there, just above the U.
Frameshift drive
It's,
charging.
looks a little bit like a planetary nebula, and it's roughly in the right direction. So, yeah, that'll be it. So that's where we're heading to. Two more jumps to get there.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage. Fuel scoping. Fuel scoping complete.
Alright, so yeah, that's where we're heading, the cloud in front of us. Nothing in this system. So let's go.
Frameshift drive
Right, so
charging.
planetary nebula normally have either a black hole or a neutron star in the middle. So yeah, let's see which one it is. Either way, I'm going to get ready to stop
3,
because
2, 1. Engage.
neither of them can be used to refuel. That looks like a neutron star. go, nice neutron star. Right, so I'll scan the system. Alright, so let's see what we've got in the system. Just 4 bodies. None of them have been mapped. But they've all been discovered. Alright, so yeah, so that is the neutron star. So we will now plot a route to the next fleet carrier. So I'm just getting the name of the system that fleet carrier is in. Alright, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that name. Hyperaja, something like Hyperaja. Oh, that is also in a planetary nebula. So it's 2,000 light years away. Right, okay, let's plot the route. There are quite a lot of planetary nebulas in this region of the galaxy. So yeah, they're not that uncommon. Right, so judging by the shape of that is a result of a big explosion. So that is probably another black hole or neutron star. Right, okay, let's set off. Now you can boost your ship's jump range by flying through the
Frameshift drive charging.
outer edges of the neutron star, but doing that does have a tendency to cause damage to your ship, which I'd rather avoid.
3, 2, 1, engage. Fuel scoping.
Right, so it's 30 jumps to the fleet carrier. Now, if we don't find anything on the way,
Fuel scoping complete.
30 jumps will be around around 45 minutes. Probably a bit less than that actually. Probably more like
Frameshift
40
drive
minutes.
charging.
I normally reckon to do about 45 jumps an hour. So yeah, that is 15 jumps every 20 minutes. So 30 jumps will be about 40 minutes.
1, engage.
Is that right? 15? No, that's not right, is it? No, forget what I just said. That maths didn't add up.
Fuel scoping.
But it's still about 40 minutes.
Fuel scoping complete. Frameshift drive charging. Fuel scoping. Fuel scoping complete. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage. Fuel scoping. Fuel
Right, so
scoping
10 bodies in
complete.
this system. Let's see. Oh, what do we have here? Another water world. Right. So let's scan the system. Actually, just make sure I am not overheating. Right, so that's the water world. Looks like we have a few moons, possibly. That's probably a bit too big to be a moon. Right, so no life on either of those. Nothing on there. There's two here. Nothing on there. Nothing on there. Nothing on that one. And the last one, what have we got on
System
here?
scan complete.
Nothing on that either. So it looks like in this system we'll just be going to view the water world. Let's give it a quick look and see. Right, so there's the water world there. Right, so we've got two planets here with atmospheres and are landable. And that one there is candidate for terraforming, which means that those two are. Right, so I'll scan these 4 planets and the water world. Is that terraformable? I'll just spin that one as well. Yeah, so I'll actually scan all of those planets. I'm pretty sure these two won't be. Yeah, so let's start with that one as it's an atmosphere. Again, I didn't see life on it, but I'll go and scan it anyway. Right, so we are getting close to the planet now. Well, the first one on the list. Again, this is a pair of planets, so it's not going to take long for us to get to the second one after we get to this one. Yeah, so it's now big enough to scan. So let's stop and scan it. Alright, so yeah, I'm not expecting there to be anything on it. It didn't show up when we scanned the system. But we'll just scan it anyway.
Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scan complete.
Yep, nothing on there.
Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scan
Yep,
complete.
so nothing there. Right, where are we going to go to next? I think it's the water world. So 2 terraformable ones next. Right, so that's 2,000 light seconds. While we're flying over there, I'll just show you the chart of how much everything is worth. Right, so these are the expensive planets down here. So we have the Earth-like worlds being the top ones. Then the water worlds. Now, if they're terraformable, they are only slightly worth slightly less than the Earth-like worlds. Then we have rocky bodies, which if they're not terraformable are worthless, but if they are terraformable, which is where we're going to at the moment, they are worth 1.5 million, which is almost as much as a water world that isn't terraformable. And the other ones that are worth a lot are the high metal content planets that are terraformable. Again, if they're not terraformable, they're not worth a great deal. If they are terraformable, they're worth nearly 2 million. Right, so let's go back to the game now. So we're getting towards these high metal content worlds that are terraformable. So yeah, they're worth around 2 million each. Right, there we go, getting closer now. Yeah, not expecting anything here, just scanning it because it's worth around 2 million.
Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scan complete. Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scan complete.
Right, so I think the next planet is also terraformable. Let's just double check on that. Yes, it is. So let's go to there. planet with two very large polar ice caps.
Surface scan by 50%. Surface scan complete.
Right, finally in this system, the Earth-like world. So we'll scan the water world and then we'll head off to the next system. 27 systems before we get to the fleet carrier. Unless of course we find something really interesting. See how it's
Surface
doing
scan
back.
by 50%. Surface scan complete.
Right, okay, so that's this system done.
Frame shift drive charging.
Off into the next system.
'Fuel scooping'. Fuel scooping complete.
Right, that is... I suspect it's a rocky thing. It's very close to being an Earth-like, so yes, it is a rocky world. Yeah, so nothing else in this system to look at. We'll just go on to the next one.
Frame shift drive charging. Fuel scoping. Fuel scoping complete. Warning, temperature critical.
Oh, we've got a lot here. That looks like that could be an airflight world or a rocket world, either way. But we have at least a water world there. It might even be a water giant. But let's see what we've got. Biology.
Warning, temperature critical.
Oh, I do need to get away from the sun a little bit. Nothing on that one. Alright, so there's 1, 2 there behind the sun. And I think there's another one there. So there's at least 3 behind the sun. So we're going to have to scan everything without moving. Alright, that's the water world, or the first one. So there's at least 2 more of those. Looks like the water world also has a moon. So nothing of interest on the moon. That's another water world. That's another water world. So they are all water worlds, not water giants. Let's see, so it looks like one of the big planets is behind there. Right, let's go and scan what is closest that we're going to go and view. So again, that's a candidate for terraforming. That one isn't, but it's a water world. That's not the water world. Alright, so, and we'll scan that. That's probably the one with life on it. Right, but we'll start by going to this water world and then we'll scan the rest of the system. So we'll scan this water world. It'd be nice if you land on the polarized caps of the water worlds.
Surface scan by 50%. Surface scan complete.
Right. Let's now look, scan the rest of the system, see what else we've got. So that's got biological life on it as well,
System scan
and so's that
complete.
one. Again, there's only one form, so probably only bacteria. Right, let's see which one to go to next. I've got another viewer just joined us, so welcome to the tour of the galaxy. We are touring the inner Orion-Perseus Conflux, and we've just found this system with a water world. Actually, I think we've got a few water worlds, and a few planets with biology on there, although it's only one form of biology, which normally means bacteria. So yeah, we'll just go through and work our way through these planets for the interesting ones. So that first one is we can't land there, so it's not going to have life on it. So we'll just go to the next one. Yeah, so for the tour of the galaxy, what I've been doing is I started about 11 weeks ago now. I went from Sol to the edge of the galaxy, to the tip of the spiral arm near Sol. I followed that spiral arm into the centre of the galaxy, and now I've gone through the centre of the galaxy and I've just started working my way out the other side. And I will be following that spiral arm all the way around to Beagle Point, which is the furthest point in the galaxy from Sol, and then I'll be going a little bit further than that to the tip of that point. Then I've got a long trek of about 60,000 light years to the tip of the next spiral arm in from that one, and then I will follow that all the way into the centre of the galaxy. That will take me through Colonia. I will stop off at Colonia and collect the new engineers, which should be there by the time I get there. I'll then continue into the centre of the galaxy, going in from the east side. I'll be going in from the west side, and I'll be heading out through the east side and following that spiral arm around. That will take me relatively close to Sol, but I'll be going straight past it to the tip of the spiral arm, and then from that spiral arm I'll come back to Sol. So I'm visiting all the fleet carriers in the Deep Space Support Array on the trip, which is where we are heading now. So we've got the next fleet carrier programmed in as our destination. We've just found this system with quite hide a lot of interesting stuff in it, so we've stopped to map this.
Surface scan by 50%. Surface scan complete.
Any look on space whales by any chance? I haven't seen space whales. Right, so the closest thing to that I know exists is I haven't seen any of those on this trip of the galaxy, but last time I did a tour of the galaxy, I did find some life. I'll see if I can find a screenshot of it now to share with you. Right, so I shall share my some of these pictures with you. Right, so these are notable. No, these are anomalies. They like just fly around and follow the ship around. Let's see what else we can find. So we've got these spiky things, these sort of double-ended mushrooms, more spiky things. That's just a joystick. Yeah, these they could be considered as space whales. They aren't the ones I was thinking of. Just right. So that one. Right, these are the ones I was thinking of. When you shine light at those, they sort of put out a pulse and fly away. So I'm going to find some more pictures of those. I think I'm going the wrong way around the galaxy. Let's back again. So that's like space fungus, and they're anemones. How about that for a space whale? They have like these seeds that grow in the mouths and they get released, and that's one of the seeds. More anemones, which do glow in the dark. Crystalline structures that grow in space. The spikes, more of the fungus. And alright, I can't see the ones that I'm looking for, which do look a little bit like squid actually, rather than whales. No, that's not it. I'm sure I took loads of screenshots of them, but I just can't find any at the moment. That looks like a black hole. Yeah, I can't find any screenshots of the things I was talking about. Oh, what's that one there? Is that one? Yeah, these are them. Yeah, so you see the little jet behind it. When you shine a light at them, they all fire jets and fire off and bounce into each other. So yeah, that is the closest thing to a space whale that I've seen. Right, back to the game. Right, so I have just scanned that water world. So what is next to go and have a look at? Right, so that's no interest. That is probably one of the ones with life on it, so we will go there next. I think that's the high metal world. Yeah, so yeah, that one's next. Yeah, there are a number of life forms that float around in space, which are called notable stellar phenomenon, and those screenshots I just showed you were some of those. Again, the ones that have little jets come out of them are the only ones you can really sort of provoke any life out of, although there is one other form that will fire acid at you, which it does that if you get a bit too close to it. Other than that, the only megafauna in the galaxy, as far as I'm aware of, is Fargoids. Oh, somebody else has joined us as well, so welcome to the stream. Yeah, we are currently about to scan a planet that has life on it, although I suspect it is only bacterial life. So I won't be going down to the planet to have a look. But if it's anything other than bacteria, then I will. Right, let's see. Let's see what we've got here. Looks like it's got a polar ice cap on there. So, Kilt, do you play Elite? Is that one of the games you play?
Surface scan by 50%. Surface scan
Yep,
complete.
bacterial colonies only on here, nothing else. I'll go and scan the planet next to it because we're basically there already. It's not going to be worth a great amount of money. So again, not expecting anything on that planet.
Surface scan by 50%. Surface scan complete.
Right, let's just line up now for the next planet. Right, so we've done these two. That is no interest. Neither is that one. Neither is that one. Right, so it looks like the next ones we want to look at are these two over here, which have also got life on. So let's head to that one. Right, 2,000 light seconds away. So we're heading towards the centre of the galaxy there. You can see the Milky Way, or the galactic plane in the background. So while we're travelling everywhere, let's show you where we are in the galaxy. Right, so yeah, So Earth is over here. Colonia, which is the next biggest area of population, is over here. The centre of the galaxy is here, and we're here. So yeah, so a good fair way from Earth, probably about 40,000 light years. We've just come from the centre of the galaxy, travelling around here, and we'll be travelling along this spiral arm of the galaxy, all the way around to over here. This is the furthest point in the galaxy from Earth, and the tip of that spiral arm is somewhere around here. Yeah, so that's the current leg of the journey we're on at the moment. We've already followed the outer spiral arm, so going from Earth back to this outer spiral arm, all the way around here and in towards the centre of the galaxy. And yeah, we just come out from the centre, and that's how we got to where we are now. We should be about ready to slow down for that planet now, or that, yeah, the next planet. Right, so we're now travelling at 32 times the speed of light, and it won't be long now before we start slowing down again. Right, so it looks like I've had to back off a little bit before it has. Right, so we've got a few planets. Look like a few planets there rather than the two I was expecting. Ah, yeah, that's right. There's a gas giant with 3 moons, and this is the closest one to the planet that has an atmosphere and is landable. Yeah, so far today we've not found anything worth landing on the planet for. Close miss there.
Surface scan by 50%. Surface scan complete.
Right, so again it's bacterial colonies again. So the blue areas there we could see were the areas where bacteria is, it wasn't water. So that's just a sort of planetary overlay of the content that's down there. Right, so now we'll head to the next planet, or the next moon out. Right, so that's only just over a light second away. Although we did get quite close to that last moon, so we've got to get out of the gravity well of that in order to get some speed up. Right, so this is the last planet we're going to scan in this system, so if there's only bacterial life on there, we will head off to the next system and start making our way to the next fleet carrier.
Surface scan by 50%. Surface scan complete.
Bacterial colonies again. So yeah, we will just head off to the next system.
Frameshift drive charging.
So 25 jumps to the fleet carrier. 25 jumps is about half an hour.
2, 1, engage.
That's of course assuming we don't find anything interesting on the way again to scan.
Fuel scoping. System scan complete. Fuel scoping complete. Warning, temperature critical.
So nothing in this system to go and look at. So as soon as we cool down after refueling, we'll jump.
Frameshift drive charging. Fuel scoping. Fuel scoping complete.
Right, what do we have here? Right, so there's one planet there that is very close to being an Earth-like. So I'll just see if I can find that one without scanning the whole system. It's not there, it's not there. There it is. And it is just a rocky world. So, yeah, so I won't bother scanning anything else.
Frameshift drive charging.
Temperature to get below 60% and set it to jump to the next system.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage. Fuel scoping.
Right, so binary stars, so got to be a little bit careful not to overheat while refueling. 28
Fuel
planets as
scoping
well,
complete.
so there's quite a lot in the system. Again, something right on the edge of Waterworld and Rocky, so let's see if I can find that, see what it actually is. Not only luck finding this rocky world, there's a chance it's orbiting around one of budget planets. Yeah, alright, I'm going to leave that. It's pretty good chance it's just a rocky world.
Frameshift drive charging.
Two jumps now.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage. Fuel scoping. Fuel scoping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, so there's nothing in the system.
2, 1. Engage. Fuel scoping. Fuel scoping complete. Frameshift drive charging. Four, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Right, let's see what we've got in this system. Looks like it's a yellow joint.
Fuel scoping. Fuel scoping complete. Warning.
Nothing in this system. Let's cool down and then jump to the next one.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Right, what we got?
Fuel scoping. System scan complete.
Right, so yeah,
Fuel
all bodies in
scoping
this system,
complete.
all of them stars. So we'll just jump straight to the next system.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, 3, 2, 1. Engage. 4, 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 3, 2, 1. scoping complete.
Alright, so what we've got in this system, that is another rocky body. So
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage. Fuel scoping. Fuel scoping complete.
right, 36 bodies in this system. There's a good chance there's going to be something interesting there. And there is a water world. On the water world straight away. Alright, let's see what else we have. So it's a gas giant, or possibly two even. Geology on that planet, and on that one. Nothing on there. More geology. Nothing there. Nothing there. Right, still something else there. Is that? Oh, it's another gas giant. Alright, so these are all moons. That one's got geology on it. Not seen anything yet with biology on it, which is what we're after. Or better still, both. So if we have both, we could have plant life growing on thermal vents. What we've got here. What's that there? Something big. Right, so we're missing what we're missing. We're missing seven planets. Is there anything behind the sun? Let's go around the whole system again and have a look. So I'm now looking for the gas giant, because I suspect that the others are in orbit around that. Try the other side of this line. There we go. Right. One gas giant and a pile of moons. No biology there. None there. Geology. None there. And Bast 2. None there. And
System scan complete.
none there. Alright. So it looks like we're only going to be visiting the water world. I'll just check to see if there are any terraformable planets. Alright, so that one's terraformable. And that one. But not that one, but that is landable with an atmosphere, so we'll go and visit those three. The water world's down here. No biology on any of those. Yeah, so we'll visit these three and then go down to the water world. How far away is that? 500 light seconds, so it's not very far, so it's a very small system. Right, so the first one is 60 light seconds away, so yeah, it's going to be very quick to get to there. I've got a feeling I'll be ending the stream pretty soon, so having said that, I'm going to be ending the stream now. So thank you everybody for watching. I will be continuing the tour again. Probably won't be streaming tomorrow, probably a bit back at the weekend, and we'll be continuing around the galaxy. So thanks everybody for watching. As I have some viewers, I'll see if there's anybody to raid. Right, so I am going to try a raid. It's not something I've managed to do successfully in the past, but let's give it a go. So thanks everybody and goodbye.